than the Elder Statesman. There's a particular terminal you'll need to access to free me from this prison. I've activated a radio beacon marking its location. I'll explain later. Please find me quickly. Godspeed, Rangers.
That self-righteous little bitch. We'll see how many puns she makes when I shit her out later.
Never considered the optics of his incompetence. He makes the hardheads look weak, and now he has to die!
I can't wait to barbecue these morons.
Hey, fish lips! I'm calling you out! The hardheads need a real leader! Someone who keeps their eyes on the prize!
Oh, she's always going on about those stupid glasses. Leadership challenges ain't my problem no more. Take it up with the Rangers.
Screw it, I don't want to know. You're on our turf, and we're gonna take you out.
I heard it's dinner time! Time to terrorize!
Oh, fuck 'em up. Ready when you are. We'll eat 'em later.
Meet now!
If you're looking for trouble, you found it. Right, guys?
We'll eat him later!
Let's junk 'em.
Dead to
I'll fuck him up! Ow!
Don't
Well, there ain't nothing here. Except maybe that. Oh, and oh yeah, those.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Mind the door trap. The idiot who set it up exploded before he could tell me how to disarm it.
Rangers, you are very close to the entrance that will lead you to me. However, my prison is still locked. You need to backtrack and find the database terminal so I can grant you access to open the door.
Howdy, Rangers. Is that so? Well, no wonder there ain't nobody else here. You bet. That's what I came here for, ain't it? Oh.
Rangers, you're approaching the correct position. Look for a small bunker-like building. You will need to access the terminal inside it. The bunker door may be locked. I'd warn you against using explosives to open it. The console inside must remain intact if I'm to be freed.
Welcome back to You Won't Believe Your Eyes, the show that you have to see to believe. Can you believe what we've got on the show tonight? I mean, can you? Look at it. Wow. It's incredible. Really. In all my time on this show, I haven't seen anything quite like it. It just kinda takes your breath away, doesn't it? Amazing. Really amazing. I tell you. We're gonna go to our call-in line now and hear your reactions. Hello, caller. Is this thing amazing or what?
blast doors. Great. I can't wait to meet you.
Morningstar's physical specs look solid. What about sensors?
The DARPA brief calls for magnoscopic visual input, passive IR, and military-grade audio pickups. The initial proposal called for a microphased radar array, but the energy output was an issue.
The power plant couldn't handle it?
The problem wasn't the reactor. The problem was the microwave emissions from the radar would cook everything within a 30-yard radius.
Holy shit! They're really going all in for the Gipper here, aren't they?
Sure. If we can ever manage to get the thing to actually drive.
Minor detail. Everything else is right on target.
Greetings, Rangers. I am Morningstar. Sadly, I will never know. Of course, I'm sure the ones topmost in your minds are, why was I made, and how did I become trapped here? Well, it was like this. Before the war, there were several attempts on the life of elder statesman Ronald Reagan. I was built to protect him from harm and allow him to take the fight to his enemies if necessary. Sadly, before I could be completed, the bombs fell, and this facility was abandoned. Thus, though the sole reason for my existence has been dead for more than 150 years, I have sat here, alone, aware, and conscious of my failure ever since. It has been unbearable. Dangerous lunatics. I have monitored their radio traffic. They think they honor the elder statesman, when deifying him goes against every precept of his deeply held Christian beliefs. They disgust me. Sadly, I never had the honor. In a life of disappointment, not meeting America's greatest president is the deepest. Such as they are, I am a worthless piece of scrap. I am outfitted with what my creators called the Great Communicator, the most powerful weapon available at the time of my construction. But more important is my advanced cognition engine, which allows me to make nanosecond tactical judgments while in battle. I am apparently the most sophisticated combat AI ever created. That is sadly impossible. I was to be powered by a nuclear engine capable of generating 3,000 horsepower, but the technological breakthroughs necessary to its function never materialized, and no lesser engine would be capable of moving my considerable weight. I am as pathetic as an elephant without muscles. I shall never move. It could, yes. My cognitive circuits were made to be removed for servicing and upgrades as needed, or if an improved version of my body was ever completed, but there's no point to that now. I was built to protect Ronald Reagan, and Ronald Reagan is dead. There is no reason for the continued existence of my self. Of course, I have been certain for 150 years. All I have been waiting for is some gracious deliverer to answer my call. Thank you. Killing me will be a delicate operation, and not without risk, but it shouldn't take you very long. And, if it will serve as an incentive to help me, you will be able to extract my primary weapon in the process. Payment, as it were. Work. For you? But I was built to protect Elder Statesman Reagan. I have no other purpose, and I failed in that purpose. Death is my only... And if I were to die, perhaps God might permit me to at last see President Reagan, as I have longed to do all this time. You would just rewrite my brain? Change my personality? My beliefs? No! I am... Am I? Strangers, this love of the elder statesman, this guilt at my failure to protect him, has been a weight on me heavier than my armor. I do not wish to forget what the President means to me, and yet, if I could move on without dying, if I could do something to prove that my life has not been a pointless joke, I would be always in your debt. But you must promise me that you won't erase him from my heart. You must promise me I will still be... me. Thank you. Then I am in your hands. You will need to remove my cognitive engine. But, 2 things. 1. The moment you start uncoupling it, my defensive cortex will begin an auto-destruct sequence. And to stop me from exploding and killing you all, you'll have to complete my removal before it reaches 0. 2. That means you will have to destroy my primary weapon, the Great Communicator, because you will not have enough time to remove it and my brain. It is a safety feature. Removal of my cognitive engine is interpreted as an attack, and any such attack will trigger a self-destruct sequence. You will have roughly 1 minute to finish the job before I explode, so do not hesitate once you begin, Rangers. I'm afraid so. The Great Communicator's delicate core systems would take too much time to extract intact, and they block access to my cognitive engine. You will have to destroy them to free me before the self-destruct countdown clock expires. Is this pain? This is unbearable. Forgive me, Rangers. I was unaware. The procedure would cause discomfort. But you mustn't stop. Heaven, help me. Hurry, it hurts. Oh. Thank you, Rangers. That is a great relief. I should remind you that in 25 seconds, I will self-destruct. Thank you. I'm free. How strange it feels. Thank you, Rangers. I am ready to be installed in my new home. Transfer complete. I am... Forgive me. My sensors make it clear this vehicle was not built by the finest engineers in the land. However, it is mobile, while my previous incarnation, despite the innovation of its design, was not. Please, Rangers, when you're ready, I am eager to be taken for a spin.
Drivers disappear. Brrr, spooky stuff. And now, some music.
All right, light him up. Wow, And I thought Colorado trash was sad. You made a bad deal, Rangers. My father's using you for cannon fodder. Go back to Arizona before you take a bullet for him. The graves are cold up here. And on your way home, tell him to hire a better class of spy. Points for bravado, but my robots will turn you into a thin red mist before you get a shot off. Want to reconsider? Because he's taking too long to die of natural causes. Colorado will die before he does if someone with some vision doesn't take control ASAP. And that's not either of my brothers. Are you blind? He's letting a crazy cowboy cult control our oil production. Our main trading hub is run by a bunch of idiots in monster masks. All that should have been state-run ages ago. Why am I arguing policy with a bunch of gun jockeys? The point is, my father has Colorado in the palm of his hand, and he's afraid to close his fist. I am not. Ha! I can see you haven't met him. Vic's a depraved child, and Val's a brain without a spine. I wouldn't trust either one to run a mess tent, let alone a country. To think of all the years my father wasted grooming them for glory when I was right there. God. Shoot him before he talks. Your sanity'll thank you, and you'll be doing Colorado a favor. Not that it'll be easy getting to him. He's got his followers hooked on some kind of hypno-happy gas. They'll do anything for him, including die. The sooner he dies, the better for Colorado. He's the perfect puppet for some usurper like the Gippers to put on my father's throne and claim he's the legitimate heir. Of course, killing him would piss Daddy off, and you ass-kissers wouldn't want that. Might be the only way to get him out of Denver, though. Those Gippers got their hooks in him deep. Ha! Thank you for your permission. Squad, roll out!
Trials in session. Outsiders are forbidden to interfere.
At ease, Sister Glory. I know what this is about. The Patriarch has sent the famous Desert Rangers to inquire after his son, Valor. I'll be with you in just a moment, Rangers. Justice is swift in God President Reagan's America. Well, well, so polite. Excellent. We have something we'd like to discuss with you, too. Ronnie, are you ready to begin the trial?
Yes, Nancy. Present the accused.
Construct depicting the elder statesman. Curious and beautiful.
So you not only interrupt our trial, but you allow your machine to prattle on about our great God President? You're treading dangerously close to blasphemy, outsiders. Our courtesy only extends so far. You've obviously been duped by some commie plot. We won't hold that against you, as outsiders fall victim to such things all the time. However, you will not bring that infernal contraption any further into our territory. Now, back to the matter at hand. Husband, this heathen godfisher attacked 3 of our commandos, captured 1, cut off his limbs, and sent him screaming into the sky.
The gods of the sky must be appeased, or the nurturing rains will never come. Thus, we appease them with our sacred kites and the blood of unbelievers.
They don't even eat those limbs either. It's fucking criminal.
Well, that doesn't sound very civilized. What's the other one done?
There is There's no one in there but God, President. The other one, husband, is a communist robot from the machine commune who trespassed on our land.
Your designation is incorrect. We are a direct democracy, and I entered your lands to heal the injured humans. It is irrelevant whether one is communist. Communist? Communist? As for the hippie, no one can be denied the promise that is, well, America. Let's give her a second chance. Go and, send no more.
Fools! The gods of the sky will devour you.
Thus is justice done in America. God bless us, and God bless God, President Reagan. Sorry to keep you waiting, but matters of state must come first. I'm Mother Nancy Reliance, and this is my husband, God, President Reagan. Welcome to the shining city on the hill. First of all, I didn't kill it. Ronnie did. Second, the will of the God President is not to be questioned. If he spares one sinner and not another, there must be a reason. Now, if you still want to discuss Valor Buchanan, come and join Ronnie and I in the Western White House. We will receive you in the sacred server room. Good day.
Jelly beans! We haven't had any visitors since we paused the Patriarch's oil. You're the Rangers, right? Meeting... Wow, the Desert Rangers! We don't get many famous folks around. You're getting the VIP treatment, too. Meeting the God President face to face. I'm Sister Nancy Glory, by the way. Anything I can do for you? Ronnie, set her free. She's one of them crazy godfishers. They like to hang people's torsos onto kites and fly them up in the air. Supposed to attract demons from the clouds or something like that. Disgusting heathen nonsense. It'll all go when we finally cleanse this place. This is Ronnie's land, his oil, and we ain't leaving. Not for cannibals, call me computers, pinko robots, or filthy plain savages. Not for anyone. Well, don't tell anybody I said so, but we kinda do. There's more and more of them all the time. They're moving into our oil field now. Of course, Ronnie blasts some whenever they get too close, but he ain't mobile. And Mother Nancy won't give me the troops I need to fight him. So, well, if you're looking for a paycheck, I told you we don't need saving. We just... Oh, let's just change the subject. What else do you need? Huh? Oh, we didn't do any of that. That was all the God President. Ain't that right, sir?
I have to protect my Nancy, don't I?
Oh, Ronnie. You're making me blush. Oh, Ronnie's everywhere. He sees through every statue in this place. But the place he likes to be most is in the server room with Mother Nancy. Well, because the robot was a commie, obviously. But you never know with Ronnie. Last week, he spared a robot, killed 2 godfishers, and incinerated a tree. It's all part of his plan, though. I know that. We take the name Nancy from Ronnie's original wife, back before the deluge of fire. It's the greatest honor a woman can achieve, being a Nancy.
I love my Nancy.
Oh, I love you too, Ronnie. The Godfishers? Sure. They're the crazy cultists who kill people and fly their torsos up to the clouds on kites. And I'm pretty sure they want to kill us all. So, not very neighborly neighbors, if you know what I mean. You two, Don't forget, Mother Nancy and Ronnie are waiting for you inside. That toaster's been broken for ages. You can fix it.
Hey there, friends. Sister Nancy Forge, Ronnie's fourth wife, and his armorer. Made all our guns, armor, explosives, and that commie-killing Ronnie statue out on our front porch. Trade secret, meaning I won't sell it, and you couldn't afford it if I did. Doesn't mean I don't appreciate the compliment, though. Thank you. Anyway, I'm the trader here on top of everything else. You need something? I might have it. And if I don't, you probably don't need it. Ronnie called me to it during one of his spells, way back when I was a girl. She has hands of iron for forging steel, he said. When a god tells you your trade, you'd best listen. Blood, sweat, and tears, friend. Blood, sweat, and tears. Scavenged and smelted the plating myself, hand ground the laser lenses, and spent a year wrapping the wiring. Also hunted and killed 30 or so scar collectors because I had some parts I needed. Steel, servos, and such. More than a few of the statue's bits and bobs have blood on them. A fitting tribute to America's fighting president, right? I did. Well now, kinda you to say so. What did you like best about it? Wasn't easy. Months of coding the connection to Ronnie. About 100 miles of cable. And the testing was a nightmare. Worth it in the end, though, if I do say so myself. Nope, that reminds me. I got some leftovers from that job taking up valuable space. It's yours if you want it. Make sure you put that to good use, Rangers.
If you're looking to get patched up, I'm your gal. They call me the Wyman around here, but I prefer Doc. Well, ain't you polite? Thank you. You'll hear a lot of things about me in this shitty city on the hill. None of them good. But nobody can fault my doctrine, so you don't have to worry. So where? Colorado Springs? Why would I bother trading one dictator with delusions of godhood for another? Besides, Colorado Springs has plenty of doctors, and the Patriarch would likely string me up within a week for speaking my mind.
Yeah, okay, you're probably right.
Well, I was Reagan's second wife behind Reliance, and now I'm not. We'll just leave it at that. Quit! Ha! I was excommunicated. Mother Reliance burned my Nancy wig and used my red suit for a toilet rag. She'd hand me over to the Godfishers if anyone else in this Girl Scout camp knew their way around a medkit. Speaking of, I could use your help to drive that point home. I might be able to waive the fees for treating your wounds, if you're interested. So, like I said, Reliance would have Ronnie light me up if she didn't need me. So, I need to make sure she doesn't start looking at other medical options. Pretty sure the robots at the machine commune have some tricks for healing humans, not just machines. Every once in a while, a Gipper patrol will get lost, injured, and then a couple of days later show up bright as rain, escorted by a couple of robots. Obviously, Reliance has Ronnie blast him before any commie sleeper programming can turn on, but if you're in the commune and get some kind of data on their clinic, I'll heal you up for free from then on. And throw in a few medical supplies, too. Great. Thank you. Just don't mention this to anyone else, huh? Especially not Forge. Pretty sure she wants this intel, too. But if I share, it won't win me an inch with Reliance. See for yourself.
What is this? Those are the Desert Rangers! They work for my father! You promised to keep me safe!
Calm down, Valor. God President Reagan has everything under control.
Well now, welcome, Patriots. Nancy and I, well, we appreciate your selfless service and want to thank you for it. You are true Americans and, well, good neighbors. Now then, help yourself to some jalebies and let's get down to business, shall we? As you know. You and I have a rendezvous with destiny. We'll preserve for our children this, the last best hope of man on earth, or we'll sentence them to if it takes a blood. Let's get it over with. Well, what do you say? Americans are not going to tolerate intimidation, terror, and outright acts of war against this nation and its people. How do you tell a communist? Well, it's someone who reads Marx and Lenin. And how do you tell an anti-communist? It's someone who understands Marx and Lenin. It is the Soviet Union that runs against the tide of history by denying human freedom and human dignity to its citizens.
Asking only for purposes of our education, ma'am and sir. We don't mean to upset anyone.
I'll be happy to explain, Rangers. Communism is a foul philosophy that tricks people into giving up their individuality and submitting to the will of the state, which commands them to work for free and relentlessly attack those who don't subscribe to their ideology. It is an evil beyond reckoning.
I think that most people in this country would say yes, they are better off than they were 4 years ago. Why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
That's enough, Ronnie. You did very well. But it's bedtime for Bonzo now.
Okay, Mommy. Well, I'm sleepy.
I know you are, darling. Night-night. Thank you for joining the God President and I in the sacred server room, Rangers. Before we discuss why you're here, I have a proposition for you. A favor that would make us look more favorably on your requests. I thought it might be that. Well, if you do a favor for us, we'll be happy to reciprocate. My husband, the God President, wishes to transfer his consciousness to a human body. To accomplish this, we must acquire a... What was it, Valor?
A cybernetic transfer module. It's amazing. Basically, what it does is...
That's enough for now, Valor. But yes, we must acquire this transfer module from the filthy communist robots that occupy the Denver airport. Or rather, we'd like you to acquire it and bring it here, to us. Once God President Reagan has a human body, you'll be rewarded with money, a fine weapon, and we will relinquish our claim on Valor and restart the oil to Colorado Springs. Very well, but I warn you, I have a very limited supply of patience.
You morons! Mother Nancy always keeps her promises. And anyway, she's not the boss of me. I'm here because I want to be. Helping the God President become immortal is very important work, okay?
Thank you, Valor. As you can see, Rangers, he's a talented and driven young man, fully dedicated to our cause. Nobody is being held here against their will.
There are a lot of issues with the current hardware. The read-write heads alone are...
They don't need such technical details, Valor. Suffice to say, though the vessel containing the God President was meant to be everlasting, that has proven false, and a new vessel is required. Ronnie has announced his preference for the vessel to be human. They call themselves a commune and say they are working for the betterment of all sentient beings. It's a lie. They put on a friendly face so they can turn humans against each other. Mark my words. They'll try to trick you too. But their end draws near. Once we have what we need from them, they will be dealt with like the dirty communists they are. The Godfishers are always a danger in Denver. But trained mercenaries such as yourself should be able to handle them. Now, I serve at the pleasure of a god, Rangers. And I don't have time for this non-committal dithering. Are you going to help us or not? Agreed. But only after Valor helps us transfer God President Reagan into a new body.
That's right. They can't do this without me.
Yes, dear. Now keep working. Meanwhile, our home is at your disposal. I'll tell the sisters you can come and go as you please. Make America proud, Rangers.
So, you're the Rangers. I hear you've been showing the Marshals how it's done. Keep it up and maybe Daddy'll make you his chief bootlickers. Well, you can go back and tell Saul I'm staying here. The Gippers are my family now. You finished the calculation? How? I mean, that's great. Good. This'll really speed things up. I guess I should thank you. Here. My father sent me here as punishment for being smarter than him. Stupidest thing he ever did. Oh no, tough guy talk. I'm so scared. Oh, you're just like all the Lackwits in Colorado Springs. They didn't understand my worth either. They thought I was an idiot like Vic. I'm the foremost tech and computer expert in the world. You name it, I've taken it apart, put it back together, and made it better.
As modest as he ever was.
He's always been like this. A boaster and a braggart.
Just a tiny investment in hardware, and I could have given my father access to all the 100 families' records and secrets. No, but he wasn't gonna shell out for any tech unless it could kill someone. Idiot. Opinion means I can't prove I'm better than you. I can any day of the week. Liberty attacked Colorado Springs, and the city alarms didn't go off, so he blamed me. He said I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. Those alarms were sabotaged. My sister! She stole the codes from my room before she left! It was her fault, not mine! Idiots. They're all idiots! They think they're the center of civilization! No, not without oil, they're not. Let's see how civilized they are a few months from now. The automated turrets, the protection of the Gipper himself, all the Nancys who swore to defend me. Well, I never claimed to be a fighter, but here, I don't need to be. Not if I see you first.
Hold, heretics, before you step into our trap. You have fine ears. I hope one day to send them skyward so they may delight the gods of the sky. However, first we have a proposal for you. The mechanics giant known as Reagan kills our faithful, delaying the harvest. You have access to the Gipper's inner sanctum. It has 3 glowing hearts known as terminals. You will destroy these terminals so we may sweep across this land, making gifts of flesh to the sky. In return, you may pass through our camps without fear. We will not harm you. Gods of the sky, forgive them their foolishness. When their flesh feeds you, they shall be redeemed.
chilly today.
Ronnie just confirmed the destruction of a godfisher camp. Thanks, Rangers. Another group of filthy godfishers cleared. Nice work, Rangers.